You're watching Monterey City's Choice. For news, weather, and live local sports. Wyln, we're your local network.
Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Julia Wiegand. An Allentown man is headed to state prison after a Schuylkill County judge sentenced him on Monday for unlawfully possessing an unlicensed gun, along with marijuana and drug paraphernalia charges in Tamaqua last year. 47-year-old Colin King will serve 4 to 8 years in a state correctional institution, plus an additional 2 years on probation. King will also pay $325 in fines, $100 to the Substance Abuse Education Fund, $50 to the Criminal Justice Enhancement Account, and $222.50 restitution to the State Police Crime Lab in Bethlehem. In a one-day non-jury trial February 7th, King was found guilty of prohibited possession of a firearm, carrying a firearm without a license, possession of drug paraphernalia and marijuana, driving under suspension, and carrying a loaded weapon. Tamaqua police charged King with committing his crimes March 23rd of last year. A Plymouth man pled guilty in court yesterday after he was charged back in 2017 for allegedly sexually assaulting a minor. 29-year-old Jeremy Lee Wolf is accused of raping an 8-year-old girl while he was living with her mother. The female victim reported the abuse in 2017 when she was 15 years old. She told police that Wolf sexually assaulted her numerous times while he was dating her mother back in 2011. Wolf pled guilty to corruption of minors, indecent assault, and forcible compulsion. He's been jailed at Luzerne County Prison since his arrest in October of 2017. His sentencing date is set for April 23rd. Hazleton's police chief announced Thursday that he has no plans on leaving the Hazleton area. Chief Jerry Spezialy will not be running for Passaic County Sheriff in New Jersey because he did not want to be part of a divisive primary battle. He became chief of police in Hazleton in 2016 and previously served as sheriff of Passaic County from 2002 to 2010. Spezialy has been committed to cleaning up crime in Hazleton by keeping the streets safe, as well as to Mayor Jeff Gassat and residents of the city. Since 2015, major crimes have decreased by more than 40% in Hazleton. A welding mishap started a fire at a cinder block garage Thursday evening in Banks Township. Fire crews were called to 61 East Market Street around 7 p.m. for a report of a garage fire. The owner said he was welding, stopped to speak to someone, and noticed that something was smoldering. A leaking acetylene tank also added to the fire's intensity. Firefighters remained on scene for more than 2 hours fighting the blaze. Crews from McAdoo, hometown, and surrounding communities responded. The fire destroyed a vehicle and items inside of the garage. A home attached to the garage was said to only have sustained smoke damage. A Schuylkill County Corrections officer was terminated Wednesday by the County Prison Board. The board held an executive session and voted to fire Kyle Jones. He worked as a guard at the prison for about 2 years. Warden Eugene Berdanier stated that the firing was a personnel matter and could not comment any further. Also at the meeting, Chairman-President Judge William Baldwin said that the prison needs a new vehicle as well as a dedicated phone line in the prison for use of law enforcement personnel only. A grand jury indictment alleges that 2 brothers, formerly of Wilkes-Barre, participated in a fraudulent scheme that generated millions of dollars to defraud insurance companies. The late Dallas Fetterman, co-founder of Liberation Way, and brother Dana allegedly exploited individuals with drugs and alcohol problems as tools to defraud insurance companies. State and federal officials announced earlier this week that Dallas developed an elaborate kickback scheme in which they sent thousands of unnecessary urine tests to labs in Florida for analysis. The labs billed insurance companies at an exorbitant rate, and a portion of the money was sent to Dallas. Dana Fetterman allegedly opened a bank account for the group that deposited money to another corporation set up to fund patient care by purchasing fraudulent insurance policies. Dallas died of a drug overdose in 2017, and Dana was arraigned on charges Monday and released on $100,000 unsecured bail. A Wilkes-Barre man accused of assaulting his wife had felony charges withdrawn at his preliminary hearing Thursday. 35-year-old Michael Ballant was arrested on November 25th after his wife allegedly told authorities that he strangled her, struck her in the face, sliced her hands, and threatened to kill her. Ballant and his wife both sought treatment on the day of the incident. He told police that they were walking on East Northampton Street when they were attacked by a man. His wife claimed that he cut his own hands so he could tell police that his injuries were defensive wounds. Felony assault and strangulation charges were withdrawn at yesterday's hearing, while misdemeanor counts of simple assault and terroristic threats were waived to county court. He currently remains free on $50,000 bail. Treating drinking water in the Hazleton area is becoming more costly. According to the Hazleton City Authority, the cost of chemicals used for water treatment operations is expected to rise by 5%. The Authority Board awarded contracts to numerous chemical companies on Thursday, which resulted in a cost increase of $7,385. Board members approved purchase prices that cost around $4.17 for zinc orthophosphate and around $352 a ton for liquid aluminum. The authority expects to spend slightly over $162,000 in total for chemicals this year, profit instead of listing it, causing the board to table that decision for now. A similar plan to list the house failed 3 years ago. The board would have listed the price at $145,900, while Luzerne County assessed the home at $144,800. The 9-bedroom home was used as a vocational and independent training for adult life students in the district and from outside of it. No student has used the home in 2 years. A major stretch of roadway between Luzerne and Lackawanna counties is scheduled for repaving beginning in June. It will take up to 2 years to repave Interstate 81 north and southbound between Scranton and Wilkes-Barre. The project is expected to cost around $48 million. Road crews will be working between Dunmore and Hanover Township. So far, there are no planned lane closures during the day. 2 lanes will remain open daily with work zone speed limits reduced from 55 miles per hour to 45. According to PennDOT, any narrowing to 1 lane or a highway shutdown will happen primarily in the evening hours. PennDOT estimates that 80,000 vehicles a day travel on that in public parts for 2 upcoming events. Plus, Mount Airy Casino Resort is planning to offer online sports wagering to its customers in the near future. But first, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Well, tomorrow, it honestly just looks like today, very cloudy, and Sunday, we're gonna have some morning showers, but Monday, it looks like the sun might make its debut and unfortunately be hidden on Tuesday, but at least the temperatures are getting higher. We'll be right back.
It's spring, and savings are in the air during the spring sales event at All American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Shop our large inventory and drive off with a great deal. Lease a new Jeep Compass Latitude 4x4 for $189 a month. And during Ram Truck Month, get select Ram 1500 4x4s for as low as $32,890. Or get 0% for 72 months on the Ram 1500. Savings are in the air during the spring sales event at All American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
Hi, I had a very minor fender bender tonight in an unreasonably narrow fast food drive-thru lane. Don't worry, I have everything handled. I already spoke to our Allstate agent, and I know that we have accident forgiveness, which is so smart on your guys' part. Like the fact that they'll
4 weeks without the car.
Okay, yep, good night.
With accident forgiveness, your rates won't go up just because of an accident. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown in the Hometown Village Square.
Hey guys, this is Ray Merrill from the new Blaze Alexander of Greater Hazleton. Come on up the mountain. We have Buick, GMC, Cadillac, we got Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, and Mazda. And we got tons and tons of used cars. Our goal for March, we're gonna sell 150 vehicles out of these 3 locations. Blaze says do whatever it takes, and that's what we're gonna do. If you're in the Greater Hazleton area, or if you hear this or see this commercial, get in your car and come on down. Blaze Alexander of Greater Hazleton. And we do take the deals the other guys won't, guaranteed.
Pennsylvania's first law of 2019 expands the list of crimes that would result in a convicted public official or government employee being stripped of their public pension. Governor Tom Wolf signed that bill on Thursday. Its passage was spurred by the case of a former Democratic state senator who who was able to keep his $246,000 a year pension after a 2012 guilty plea to federal conspiracy charges for using Senate staff to work on political campaigns. An ordinance banning alcoholic beverages in public parks has been suspended for 2 upcoming events in Luzerne County. County Council voted unanimously to approve suspending the alcoholic ordinance for Wilkes-Barre's annual Cherry Blossom Festival at Kirby Park and for a new summer concert series planned for July at the River Common. Hidden Creek Vineyard and Winery asked Council for permission to provide wine tasting at the Cherry Blossom Festival that happens April 27th and 28th. Luzerne County also requested that a vendor be allowed to sell alcoholic beverages at the Rock in the River concert series scheduled for July 12th, 19th, and 26th. The director of the county's Visitors Bureau said he's been working closely with the Pennsylvania Liquor Control Board to follow regulations and that the Sheriff's Department would be executive director's position back in 2015 after serving as interim since 2014. In January, the board approved a motion by member Patrick Conway to advertise the executive director's position. Gavlik alleges that some board members are playing politics because they appear to be unhappy about his perceived influence with county council members. However, Conway said that Gavlik is not qualified for the job because his background in human resources doesn't qualify him to run a large public transportation agency. Conway also said Gavlik still has the opportunity to apply to keep his position. The next Luzerne County Transportation Authority meeting is scheduled for April 23rd. Mount Airy Casino Resort is planning to offer online sports wagering to its customers in the near future. A partnership between the casino and the Stars Group would provide casino goers with an all-inclusive, engaging experience by offering poker, slots, tables, and sports wagering products. Mount Airy and the Stars Group plan to launch the games after they receive applicable licensing by the Pennsylvania Gaming Control Board. An announcement is expected to be made within the next few weeks. Coming up on Goose Island's News Choice, your week in review. Plus, the Luzerne County SPCA is inviting pet lovers everywhere to their 3rd annual Pet Expo this weekend. Stay with us.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas.
But I'm not gonna do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with a Penn State degree. You can help anyone. Go anywhere. Create! And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning. Come find out for yourself.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice,
everyday low prices, plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Monday. A fire destroyed a garage and damaged a home early Monday morning in Foster Township. The garage caught fire just after 6 on Detweiler Lane, then flames spread to the home. 2 people inside made it out of the home safely. A fire marshal was called in to investigate the cause of that fire in Luzerne County. Tuesday. A Wilkes-Barre man admitted to lighting his car on fire last weekend in Schuylkill County. Firefighters were called to South Kennedy Drive in McAdoo, just steps away from the fire station around 4:30 in the morning last Saturday for a car fire. As firefighters arrived on scene, 22-year-old Wilmer Basilio shouted his guilt out loud as firefighters extinguished the flames. Police wrote in court documents that Basilio put his hands up as officers approached him, stating, "I did it, officer." According to a news release, he also told the borough fire chief that he set the car on fire with a lighter and a fragrance because he wanted to. He was taken into custody and charged with felonies for reckless burning and criminal mischief, a misdemeanor for disorderly conduct, and a summary count of dangerous burning. Basilio was then taken to jail after failing to post $20,000. Wednesday. A Tuesday night fire ripped through an apartment building and left 14 people without a place to stay. Hazleton firefighters found heavy fire ripping through an apartment building on Green Street just off of Cedar. Fire crews kept the fire contained to the buildings since the neighboring buildings were only 2 feet away. One resident was then taken to the hospital for smoke inhalation. That fire is still under investigation. Thursday. Hazleton City Council voted 3-2 on the first reading of a new ordinance prohibiting the drinking of alcoholic beverages on any public access property. However, an amendment was added to provide certain exceptions to city-sponsored events. Private parties and organizations may secure a permit from the city to serve, sell, or otherwise dispense alcoholic beverages on property owned or leased by the city. That involves a $50 fee at the time of the application, along with a $500 deposit to ensure cleanup the next day. The ordinance's second and third readings will be voted on at their next meeting, April 10th. Friday. An Allentown man is headed to state prison after a Schuylkill County judge sentenced him on Monday for unlawfully possessing an unlicensed gun, along with marijuana and drug paraphernalia in Tamaqua last year. 47-year-old Colin King will serve 4 to 8 years in a state correctional institution, plus an additional 2 years on probation. King will also pay $325 in fines, $100 to the Substance Abuse Education Fund, $50 to the Criminal Justice Enhancement Account, and $222.50 restitution to the State Police Crime Lab in Bethlehem. In a one-day non-jury trial February 7th, King was found guilty of prohibited possession of a firearm, carrying a firearm without a license, possession of drug paraphernalia and marijuana, driving under suspension, and carrying a loaded weapon. Tamaqua police charged King with committing his crimes March 23rd of last year. That's it for your Week in Review, sponsored by All American Auto Group here on WYLN News.
I brought my grandchildren to the Poconos for the day. I just wasn't feeling myself. The pain in my chest came and then the numbness in my arm. I had a heart attack. They took me to Lehigh Valley Hospital, Pocono.
You have one heart and one choice when it comes to the best heart care. The hospitals and heart specialists of the Lehigh Valley Heart Institute.
Lehigh Valley Heart Institute saved my life. I have a second chance.
The Helping Hand Society's annual telethon will be held live April 6th from Genetti Ballrooms in Hazel Township and broadcast on WYLN TV 35. Enjoy local and regional entertainment all day Saturday from noon until 11 p.m. The Helping Hand Society's annual telethon live from the Genetti Ballrooms, 1345 North Church Street in Hazel Township, Saturday, April 6th on WYLN TV 35. Having an intimate gathering and don't want to wrestle in the kitchen? Call Whitetail and ask about their food-to-go catering menu. They'll do the cooking, you relax, and entertain your guests. Call Mike at 570-535-6123.
This spring, WYLN is bringing you some fresh new shows. A new season of The Storm with host Tiffany Cloud will premiere Monday, April 1st at 6 p.m. with guest Luzerne County District Attorney Stephanie Salavantis, and its brand new look is no joke. Tiffany will be interviewing her guests on numerous topics involving issues with area businesses, crime, and politics.
Well, I'm really glad to be back here on WYLN TV 35 on my brand new set here at the station. I'm excited. I mean, we have storm clouds in the background, so what more can you ask for? And like always, The Storm is going to be a show where we have a diverse array of guests, everything from community leaders, politicians, business leaders, people that are just doing good things in the community, veteran advocates, just topics that I think are important that we talk about in the community. And certainly we'll be pressing people to answer tough questions, as I always do.
Also in the April lineup is a brand new show hosted by our Gary Perna. Talkin' NEPA will bring guests from all over the area to talk about what matters in our neck of the woods.
formulas.
The new show I'm bringing to WYLN is called Talking NEPA. It is a show about the entire region. It replaces Topic A, but we kind of have the same format and the same type of conversations. Talking NEPA will kind of highlight everything not only in Hazleton, but throughout our entire region through NEPA. And we will hit on some nonprofits, we will talk about some businesses, we will also talk with some politicians, some current events that are going on. So kind of everything that makes NEPA what it is will be highlighted and talked about on this new show.
Talkin' NEPA premieres this Monday at 5 p.m. featuring guests Mayor Jeff Cassat and City Administrator Dan Lynch, right before our news. So be sure to stay abreast of local issues that affect all of us right here in northeastern Pennsylvania. You can also check out WYLN's Facebook page for airtime listings and dates for the Storm's newest season and Talkin' NEPA's grand debut. Pet lovers are invited to come out this weekend to attend the 3rd annual Luzerne County SPCA Pet Expo. The event will be held Saturday and Sunday at the Kingston Armory.
And the animals that find themselves in our care.
Vendors will be on hand providing all kinds of services and information about your furry friends.
And what you'll find there is educational pieces from doggy massage to training, various homemade dog biscuits and whatnot. So it's a great event. We will also host a rabies and microchip clinic on that first Saturday, March 30th from 11 to 1 that ultimately helps folks acquire a low-cost rabies or microchip and keeps them in line with Pennsylvania state law, which requires rabies inoculations.
Once again, the 3rd annual Luzerne County SPCA Pet Expo takes place this Saturday from 10 to 6 and Sunday from 10 to 4 at the Kingston Armory. The Helping Hand Society's 2019 telethon is coming up next weekend. The nonprofit organization serves special needs children and their families through educational and therapeutic services. The staff and children are busy getting ready for their annual telethon, which broadcasts live Saturday, April 6th, right here on WYLN. The telethon will be held at Janetti's Ballrooms on South Church Street in Hazel Township. So, once again, the Helping Hand Society's 2019 telethon, Saturday, April 6th, can be seen live from noon to 11 p.m. right here on WYLN. That's the news. Remember, you can get news updates on our WYLN News Facebook page. And stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on WYLN TV.
Hey guys, it's Ray Merrill at Blaze Alexander's Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. It is Ram Truck Month. Save over $8,600 on Rams in stock.
For the spring sales event, you can have classic, you can have rugged. Save over $5,000 on the 2019 Jeep Cherokee, over 15 in stock.
And come check out the all-new Jeep JL Wrangler. We have over 10 in stock. At Blaze Alexander, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram,
we're taking deals the other guys won't.
What I get out of my match is giving.
Helps me study.
I enjoy being a big sister because I get to hang out with Jenna, have a good time, and see her grow.
There are currently hundreds of children throughout the 7 counties served by Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Bridge in need of a mentor. Call now. Defend potential. A little brother or little sister is waiting for you.
When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call WYLN News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@WYLNTV.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network. watching Monterey City's Choice. For news, weather, and live local sports, WYLN, we're your local network.
Hello, I'm Tiffany Cloud. Welcome to The Storm, and thank you for watching today on WYLN TV 35. I wanted to do today's show in light of the rise in social consciousness about abuse, physical, verbal, emotional, financial, the Me Too movement in the mainstream, the recent allegations by our very own state representative that she suffered from abuse at the hands of a